She said she wants.
I show Mario calling me. Mario must want to know why I have a mess.
You better stay going out this thing, sir. And this is officially welcome, Dr. Batson, with Overcoming Out. This is yours truly, Mr. Carter. And let's jump straight into that. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, and how are you doing, sir?
I am good, and you?
I am good. A bit rushed this morning. I I actually came straight from the gym because of the timing with the rain and that kind of thing. So
Ladies, I mean, if you looked onto the live right now, ladies, you definitely need to go and
do it. Yeah, so Shaki convinced me because I was going to be late this morning, but according to Shaki say we need to do what we need to do, and of course, so I'm here. That's the most important thing. So don't focus on what I'm wearing, focus on what I'm saying. All right. Let me say a pleasant good morning to the listeners of Sky 99.5. Always a pleasure to be in your company. We had we had an amazing week this week gone here with some of our open clinic days. I was in St. James yesterday and Friday. So, we were actually able to accommodate a lot of persons, a number of persons there actually wanting to see us a while. So because of how we did that clinic, we were actually able to facilitate a lot of persons. And, that's what we do at Batson and Associates. It's just a matter of, getting you what you need when you need to get it. You may have a little wait in the process, but as I always tell persons, we are worth the wait. And of course, I always have to shout out our loyal listeners on our social media. Keep in mind, those of you listening on Sky 99.5, you could always join us on our social media. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. And on YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. Of course, TikTok, we are in or on TikTok as well. We are Dr.Batson. So, make sure you like us, share us, follow us. Actually, tonight, or later this evening, I should say, we'll be doing a live. I should be joined by one of our senior consultants, senior blood microscopist, which is Mr. Paul Green. So, of course, look forward to that. We'll be starting that program from 8 to 9:30. So, of course, keep in mind, we will be able to facilitate questions. So those of you who have a number of questions, we'll be able to deal with those questions as well. So, of course, today we will be talking about circulation, high blood pressure, as well as eye problems. I know this is the last Sunday in the month, so of course we have 1 hour today. We will continue on our live for an additional hour. And of course, as I said, this evening, God's willing, from 8 to 9:30, we will be on having our live. And that'll be Facebook, Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. And on YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. TikTok, Dr. Batson. Let me say a pleasant good morning to our Facebook live. We have Miss Vidya Abdul. We have Josie Smith. Good morning to you. Miss Cindy Hoyt. Miss Cindy Hoyt. Cindy Hoyt is asking Honey Bay where is she? A pleasant good morning to Honeybee as well. And of course, keep in mind we are live on our Instagram. On Instagram, Miss Jennifer Valentine has joined us. We also have Miss Sandy has joined us as well. So, of course, this morning we're discussing circulation. One of the things that a lot of persons have to understand as it relates to poor circulation is that, it is very important that we try our utmost to ensure that we have good circulation. The thing is, what you realize now, especially, the World Health Organization has shown that within recent time, the issues associated with things like vascular dementia, strokes, whether it is ischemic stroke or hemorrhagic strokes, that continues to plague a number of individuals. The thing is, strokes are a high indication of poor circulation. I have said this on numerous occasions. When you look at the way the human body is designed, you find that circulation is vitally important for a number of functions. For example, in order for you to have healthy eyesight, you must have proper cerebral circulation, which is proper circulation in the brain. In order for you to have healthy blood pressure readings, you know, your systolic, which is your top number, your diastolic numbers, to be proper, you need to have proper circulation. In order for you to have good memory, you need to also have proper circulation, because that has to do with cerebral circulation, which is circulation in the brain. So we understand how vitally important it is for us to have excellent circulation. So of course the question is, how do you know you don't have good circulation? And of course, what do we at Batson and Associates really do to address that situation? Keep in mind that we have our open clinic days. God's willing, we would actually be working in Shogunas this Tuesday. We know Tuesday is a holiday, but we'll actually be working for that holiday, which would be an open clinic day. I would be available in that office, as well as some of our additional consultants. And we will also be, or I would also be in that office on Wednesday, God's willing. So keep in mind the numbers for the Shogunas office. That office in Shogunas, that telephone number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is, of course, the corner of Ramson Mooch Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That telephone number for Debe is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That telephone number for St. James, of course, is 222-8261. That's 222. No, sorry, St. James is 220, my apologies, 8113. That's 220-8113. And of course, Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number is 226-4553. Tobago, one of the things you need to pay attention to, God's willing, is this Monday and Tuesday, we would actually have our consultant, or one of the consultants over there, which would be Mr. Vialva. So what we're going to do is that Mr. Vialva would be able to do, of course, your blood analysis, your magnetic resonance analysis scan, those various scans, and the week following, which is going to be, I'll give you those dates, I think it's the 5th and the 6th. So the following Monday and Tuesday, I would actually be in Tobago to do those reviews. So it's very, very important that you actually make your appointments for the Tobago office this week. And then, of course, we have your follow-up with myself, which is going to be the week after. Okay, very important. So that number, of course, for Tobago is 226-455. 226-4553, as well as 312-4248. You're listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, where we support your health naturally. Of course, I'm going to go over to Mr. Carter. Please remind them of the necessary information for them to be able to ask their questions, and of course, we will go from there.
All right, those contact numbers are 625-759 or 624-7729. And you can also send your WhatsApp messages at 333-9950. All right, back to you, Dr. Batson.
Good. Let me say a pleasant good morning to the lovely ladies, Miss Josie Smith. She says, good morning, Dr. Batson and Associates. The heat is getting to you today. So Cindy Hoyt says, wait, doctor, you're putting on the muscles. Honey, where you pull out the ammunition this morning. Cindy Hoyt, good morning, doc team. Happy and healthy Sunday to you. Miss Debbie Rupchan, she says, hey, good morning, Mr. Darrell Gabriel, good morning to you. Cheryl Griffith, a pleasant good morning to you. Nicola Herder, she is out in Antigua. A pleasant good morning to you, I believe. Honey Bay and Cindy Hoyt. The Brat Squad giving trouble this morning, but I expected that. Joy Lois says good morning to you, Dr. Batson. And of course, we have a question here as regards to so the question we have here on our live is macular degeneration a form of poor circulation? Okay, the answer is yes. The thing is, glaucoma as well is also an indication of poor circulation. One of the things you have to understand is that you have two types of circulation in the body, primarily. Well, it's really three types. You have pulmonary circulation, which is above your heart. You have systemic circulation, which is below your heart. You have peripheral circulation, which is circulation in your extremities. So it's very important that the circulation in the body in all aspects be optimally maintained. How so? Persons who have varicose veins, spider veins, that is an indication of poor systemic circulation, which is poor circulation in your lower extremities, so your legs. So people who have problems, for example, with your feet swelling, you may have some issues with what is known as lymphedema, when the lymphatic system is not emptying properly. Remember, one of the things you have to understand is that your lymphatic system is the system that actually cleans your circulatory system. So it's very important in order to maintain healthy circulation that you actually have a healthy lymphatic system. Now, we know when you look at how the human body is designed, we have 7 channels of elimination. You have your kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. So it's vitally important that maintain that healthy circulation, that healthy lymphatic function, healthy liver function, healthy kidney function, because all those can actually affect circulation in general. Okay, and one of the products we carry at Batson and Associates is a product known as Santulan. Now, Santulan is a 7-channel detox, that does just that. It actually cleans and detoxifies kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. So if you want to maintain or attain healthy circulation, that's one of the things that we, of course, advise that you can get, and you can get at any one of our offices. If it is you may be very busy and you need to have a delivery, we also have a delivery service as well. And of course, that is one of the things that actually helps with circulation. Now, one of the most important things as it relates to circulation as well is your hydration. Now, the human body is 70% water. Now, 70% of 100% is basically what? About 2/3. So basically, 2/3 of the human body is water. So the thing is, if you're not properly hydrated, then obviously you would not have good circulation, right? 70% of blood is what? Plasma, liquid. Blood is primarily about 70-75% plasma or liquid components, and the remaining 30-25% is the solid components of blood, which is what? Your red blood cells, platelets, that type of thing. So it's very important in order to have healthy circulation for you to be what? Properly hydrated. Now, the thing is, we know there's a financial consequence to everything. And of course, everyone now, you have to look at your pocket. That's very important. You have other responsibilities where your family is concerned and that type of thing. And we understand that at Batson and Associates, and we work with individuals. So, it's vitally important to help you to get the results that you need with what you have. So the thing is, as I always tell persons, you don't necessarily have to use everything one time. And that's one of the reasons why I actually have gotten the circulation tea, which we have in stock. We have actually fixed a number of situations there where a number of our products are in higher supply now. COVID and a number of things would have interfered with supply chain management, but a number of those things are much better now. So the thing is, because of that, we have circulation tea in abundance. We also have gotten eye tea. We have hypertension tea. We also have kidney tea. We have liver tea. We have gastro tea. We have joint tea. So a number of those teas that, we have been using for over 10 years, a lot of our clients get very good results. We have that in stock. So if you need to get circulation tea, you could either go down to the office or you can call and have it delivered to you, whichever is the most convenient to you. In addition to that, we have, of course, the Alkagen water, which is our premium alkaline water that we carry at Batson and Associates. Very reasonably priced. I mean, if you take, you all know I don't call price on the radio because I think it's, it comes across as hustling, and that's not what I am. I try to be as professional as possible, even in my attire today, because as I said, I had no other choice but to come straight from the gym. So it's very important. As it relates to the Alkagen water, you get 3 5-liter bottles for quite a reasonable price. And I mean, 3 5-liter bottles could actually do something as it relates to your circulation, right? So you can, of course, feel free to give us a call or visit. Keep in mind our open clinic days at our Shogunas office. And of course, yours truly, Dr. Batson, together with some of our other senior consultants would be available this Tuesday, which is the holiday. So, I decided to do it for the holiday because I know there are a number of persons, they always try to get appointments and, we had a number of persons calling and asking. So I decided that we would work on the holiday, God's willing, which is Tuesday, and of course Wednesday, please God, at the Shogunas office. On Friday again, I would be at St. James, so I'll be doing a marathon clinic at St. James, and God's willing, on Saturday I would actually be in Debe, which would be by Miss Roma there. So, of course, the telephone number for the Shogunas office to take advantage of that's going to be Tuesday, which is the holiday. And Wednesday, that telephone number you can call is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is, of course, the corner of Ramson Wood Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That telephone number for Debe is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. That office of course, is located on the corner of Ramson Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That telephone number for Debe, of course, is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is, of course, Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. The open clinic day that I will have in St. James, God's willing. Keep in mind that that clinic always has open clinic days. What you can do to make your time, to make it more feasible and time effective for you is that during the week, when we have the consultant there, which of course is Mr. Green as well as Mr. Bustamante, you can always have your blood analysis done, have your magnetic resonance analysis done, and then on the day that I am working, I could actually do your review. So the review is going to be much easier, and of course, you would have gotten all the basics out of the way. So you would have done the blood analysis, you would have done the magnetic resonance analysis scan, we would have gotten the opportunity. If you have blood reports, you would have brought your blood reports, you would have brought your MRI scans, your CT scans. So the thing is, once we have those there, I would have reviewed it prior, and then you would have your appointment with me. So because of that, we're going to allow you to save a lot of time. Because you see, what happens at the clinic a lot of times is that when we do the clinic, we're going to have new consultations, we're going to have revisits, which would be persons that we would have dealt with before, maybe a month before, 6 weeks before, 2 months before, and they're now coming for their review. And then we would also have new persons who would be doing the blood analysis, the magnetic resonance analysis scan, and that process takes a while. So the point I'm making, it would be easier on the less busy days, or the days when we have more consultants there, that you come, you do the package, and then on the day that I am there, you just get the review, which is going to be a shorter period, because on the days that I am there, the clinic, is going to have a lot of people. So, that is just to help you. And we always try to help persons to understand, because we know your time is valuable, but at the end of the day, I do shortcut work. I always tell people that if it is I'm dealing with a client, there's your help we're talking about here, So I'm going to have to make sure that I review your information properly. I'm going to have to ensure that I know the medication that you're using. So we have to dot our I's and we have to cross our T's, and that requires some time. It's very important that you understand that. It's not a rush thing, it's not a hustle thing. I am not in that. I take pride in the work that I do. Right? And we're not selling cars, we're not selling tires. It's not you just go and you change and no. We're dealing with human beings. We have to ensure that you are, we dot all our I's, we cross all our T's, the medication that you're using, if you have any allergies, because we want to make sure that we give you the results that you want as safe and effective as possible. That's very, very, very important. And that is where the time comes in. Okay? And that is why we have the consultants. We have very trained, qualified consultants. Some of them have been working with me for in excess of 10 years. So the thing is, when you have to get your review, don't make life difficult. You can get the review, you're already getting good results, you're going well. It's just for the consultant to review. Okay, sir, ma'am, this is what you are. If the situation requires more attention, it is a more serious situation, then they would refer you to me. In some cases, it's just a matter for me to give you a phone call. Ma'am, sir, I have reviewed ABCD. I have seen so. and I understand. Because remember, you have a number of things to deal with. You have traffic. When school is in, you have to deal with your children. So we try our best to ensure that, we give you the results that you want within the time frame. Some people don't like to wait, and you have to understand this is your health you're dealing with, and the wait, we try to make the wait as short as possible. So with those things that I mentioned, if we do that, if you understand that, some people is just be saying, I want to see Dr. Batson, I want to see Dr. Batson. And if you continue to say that you want to see Dr. Batson, the day that Dr. Batson is in office, that clinic day is going to be a long day. And we try to save you from that. So, work with us to work with you to give you the results that you want. I always try to, to help people to understand that. So I hope you understand that, and we are able to help you to get the results that you want. Because we live in an information age now. We live in the technology age. We have things like Zoom. We have things like WhatsApp call. So we can facilitate you. It's not surgery. I'm not performing surgery on you. So a lot of the times you may not have to be physically in front of me. I mean, I could understand for the first visit, you want to be comfortable. So you want to, okay, I want to meet Dr. Batson. Okay, good, no problem. I respect that. Because a lot of people, you want personal interaction. You want to, according as someone told me, Dr. Batson, I want to see who I'm dealing with because, you want to feel more comfortable. Good. I understand that. I respect that. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to understand that we have a system in place, and the system is organized to try our best to deal with you. Because some people say, well, if that is the case, why do you take appointments? But you have to understand, if I get a client that come in there, and let's say you're on warfarin, you are how to put it, a complicated client, I am going to do my job properly. I am not going to rush you. All right, so help us to help you. Let me say a pleasant good morning to Miss Pamela Moses. Miss Pamela Moses says, wait, what I see in here? Good morning, Doc. You're showing off your physique. Miss Cindy Fagan, she says, Doc, can you help with cataract? Yes, we can help with cataract. Keep in mind that cataract is mineral buildup on the lens of the eyes, right? So let me explain this quickly. What happens to a number of individuals is that you have protein buildup on the lens of the eye. So cataracts are a combination of things. They're a combination of protein, a combination of different minerals, in some cases magnesium, calcium, that has actually built up on the lens of the eye. Now, Eye Optics Formula is a product that we carry at Batson Associates, which is first line for cataracts. Like if you have immature cataracts, which are basically what they call very small cataracts. So sometimes you go to the ophthalmologist, and the ophthalmologist may examine your eyes, and he or she may say, okay, we're seeing that you have very small cataracts, but we can't deal with the cataracts right now because they're very small. Good. So they would not recommend a lens replacement. What I tell persons in a case like that, an ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. So it's very, very important that what you do is we start to deal with the eyes with the Eye Optics Formula. What Eye Optics Formula does, it actually helps to make the eyes more porous, in the sense that, remember, your eyes are pores. They have pores. Your eyes supposed to breathe. The problem with a lot of us, our eyes don't breathe properly because of this buildup on the lens. So what the Eye Optics Formula does is actually clean the lens of the eye and makes the lens more porous. And as a result of that, it actually detoxifies the eyes. Because, for example, a number of persons may have issues as it relates to the work that they may have done. So people who have done welding, whether it's arc and acetylene, MIG, TIG, welders. So people who do auto mechanic, women who do hairdressing, so hairdressers, persons who deal with environments that have a lot of dust. So if you may be someone who's a mason, you are a seamstress, you are an upholsterer, because remember, when you deal with fabric, that actually has a lot of fine particles, dust in it, right? You may be working in oil and gas. So I always try to help persons who work in these industries to understand that you have to ensure that you take care of your eyes. Why? Because a number of chemicals enter the body via your eyes. And that's one of the things that the Eye Optics Formula does. It actually detoxifies the eyes, clean the eyes out. So it's very, very important that you look at the Eye Optics Formula. There's two other eye drops that we carry at Batson and Associates. One, actually, we normally recommend with the eye drop. That we didn't get for a while, but thank God we have corrected that, so we should get by next week. And then there's a next eye drop that we normally use for serious cataract. Because of COVID, we had run into some problems with that. We didn't have that eye drop for like maybe about a year and a half. However, our suppliers have gotten back to us, God's willing, and we would get that particular one, because I know there were a few people waiting on that because of the results that they would have gotten and because of how serious the cataracts was. So we would have that by mid-June, God's willing. We should get it. I'm hoping to try and get it before that. Good. We also have the IT as well. We have the anthocyanin complex, which also helps for eyes. We also have optimizer as well. Okay. Miss Pauline McKenna, she says, yes, please talk about cataracts. I'm seeing so many friends with this. It's like an epidemic. Definitely. Miss Ayana Mori says, Dr. Batson, what is the best to remove blood from the eye that prevents sight? Okay, you might have to clarify that question a little bit for me, Miss Ayana. So it says, what is the best to remove blood? Oh, okay, good. I understand. So you mean if it is you have blood clots in the eye? Okay, good. The eye optics formula will help with that, but you also have to improve cerebrovascular circulation. Cerebrovascular circulation is circulation in the brain. Anyone with glaucoma, whether you have open-angled or close-angled glaucoma, you have a cerebrovascular problem. You do not have proper circulation in your brain. I always try to help you to understand how important it is to maintain proper pulmonary circulation. Some weeks ago, I would have spoken about high blood pressure, and I was speaking about primary and secondary hypertension. Now, the thing is, you have something known as pulmonary hypertension, and what pulmonary hypertension actually does is that pulmonary hypertension significantly affects your eyesight. So the thing was, most people who have pulmonary hypertension actually have glaucoma. Now, you have to understand, if the pressure in your eyes become very high, it can blind you, immediate blindness. I am a big advocate of before and after. I'm a big advocate of really tracking one's results. I'm a huge advocate of empirical data. Recently, we had a client in St. James just yesterday. I was actually able to interact with the client. I was quite happy and satisfied with the results, because what we did with this client is that we gave them the eye optics formula to use, but we also allowed them to, because they were on other eye drops. I believe they were using Xalatan. And of course, with the eye optics formula, you can use your other eye drops. We just tell you to use it either hour before or hour after your eye drop. You wouldn't believe the results that this individual got. And it's documented. So they went and they tested the pressure, and the pressure in the right eye was 22, I believe it was. And it was, I think, like about 23 in the right. No, 22 in the right, 23 in the left. When they checked it a month after, it went from 22, 23 to 16, I think 16, 17. I don't have the file in front of me. And then they did it a month after, and it came down to 13, 12. Watch me. That is amazing results. And they got those results because they followed the protocol that we have at Batson and Associates. And that is to actually help to improve the blood circulation in the brain. Because for years, they have been suffering from glaucoma and did not get those results, even though they were using the Xalatan. So there are a number of persons with glaucoma that may be using things like Xalatan, Cosap, Alphagan, Lumigan, and all those eye drops, right? But you have to understand, at the end of the day, apart from using the eye drops that may be recommended, you have to, at the end of the day, deal with the root cause of the problem. That's very, very important. Because as I mentioned, what is the root cause? The root cause is you do not have proper cerebrovascular circulation. You don't. So cerebrovascular circulation has to be corrected in the body, and that's very, very important. Miss Kathleen Ishmael, good morning to you. She says, Dr. Blessings to you. Always a beautiful blessing. Thanks so very much for that. Miss Sharon Theodore, she says, Dr. Batson, good morning. If you have a cyst on your kidneys and you are drinking the kidney tea, can you still drink the blood circulation tea? Yeah, of course. The thing is, you could use any of the teas we have. And what I tell persons, do not mix the teas, please. You know, you always want to create your little bombs. Don't do that. You know, if you're using circulation tea, you're using circulation tea. If you're using IT, you're using IT. You're using gastro tea, you're using gastro tea. What I always advise persons to do with those teas that we carry is use 2 tea bags, get a proper size cup. So maybe a 8 ounce or a 12 ounce or even a 16 ounce cup. I believe in large teacups, those little mini cup. I find you're spinning top in mud. When you're drinking tea, you're drinking tea. And what you could do, you could actually utilize those 2 tea bags 2 or 3 times. So what I would do in my case is if I'm drinking circulation tea Monday, I would use 2 tea bags and I literally steep the living daylights out of those tea bags. I'm going to get value for my money. Okay. And then you could use the circulation tea like twice, 3 times a day. And then the next day you use another tea. Simple. Okay, guys. Erica Stanley Roberts says, good morning to all. And what about pressure in the eyes? And yes, that's what I was talking about, right? So that pressure in the eyes is you can either have open angled or close angled glaucoma. And all that simply means is because of how the pressure builds in the eye, it could actually cause the angle to be either opened or closed in terms of how it is positioned. It's either points this way or it either points this way. Good. Janelle Bartholomew says, good morning, doc. Do you treat different forms of cancer? Yes, we do. One of the things I'll say quickly as regards to cancer is that you have to understand that cancer is an unusual duplication of cells. We have actually gotten some really good results with a number of clients with cancer. And I always tell persons, I am not in the politics of medicine and I have no intentions of getting involved in that at all. I do have the time for it. I just believe at the end of the day, you came to us or you come to us and our job is to get you results. We will guide you accordingly, and that's the most important thing. The good thing about it is that once we really deal with the root cause of the problem, a lot of our clients, when they go back to the health facilities and that type of thing, a lot of times the doctors would have to take them off of the medication. Because, of course, when we make the necessary changes, we make the necessary adjustments, we correct the aspects associated with your poor circulation and that type of thing. If your blood pressure is reading much lower now and your blood sugar is reading much lower, it's obvious you can't take the medication. Because if you have high sugar and Batson and Associates would have worked with you and your blood sugar is now normalized, how you'll continue taking insulin and glucophage, you'll end up hypoglycemic, which means the blood sugar will go too low. So automatically the clinic is going to tell you, listen to me, and you have to track your numbers. So once you track in your numbers, and when you go to the clinic and you show the doctor, well, doctor, this is what I am doing, this is the readings, the doctor is going to have to tell you, well, listen, you need to lessen the amount of medication or stop the medication altogether. And that, in my mind, is always progressive because now you can preserve your kidney, you can preserve your liver, because, of course, you're now looking at things from a lifestyle perspective, from a perspective of clinical nutrition. And as a result of that, you're now able to take better care of yourself. Okay? Ms. Keisha Paulie says, good morning, doctor. How you treat inflammation for rheumatoid arthritis? When you're dealing with rheumatoid arthritis, you have to understand that rheumatoid arthritis has a lot to do with inflammatory response. Okay, I'll explain in a little bit. Let me just quickly give you the telephone numbers again. Those telephone numbers for the Shoguana's office, that number is, or office rather, is the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Shoguana's. That telephone number for Shoguana's is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. And that office is located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That's Money Talks building in Montrose, Shoguana's. Debe is, of course, the corner of Ramsonwood Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Debe. That telephone number for Debe is 223-7515. Again, that's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. Keep in mind, the open clinic day for St. James is every day, Monday to Saturday, but Dr. Batson is going to be in St. James, God's willing, on Friday, this Friday, God's willing. So as I said, if it is you need to get your blood analysis done, your magnetic resonance analysis done, for the sake of your time and convenience, you can do the blood and the scan, because I do not do blood and scan. I simply review. Earlier in the week, so it's going to be convenient for you. You would not have a long wait. And then on the Friday now, the wait wouldn't be long as well because you will be doing your review with Dr. Batson. Okay, guys? So that telephone number again, 220-8113. That's 220-8113. That office is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. Tobago, of course, is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number for Tobago is 226-4553. That's 226-4553. So keep in mind, we'll have a consultant in Tobago, God's willing, Monday, Tuesday of this week. So you can have your blood analysis, you can have your magnetic resonance analysis scan done, everything that you need to get done. Once you do that, I am in Tobago, God's willing, the next week, which I believe I'll get a date for you in a little bit. So I will be doing your review. So you see, we're trying to make life as easy, efficient, and effective as possible so that we could deal with the most amount of persons as possible practically, because we try to help as much persons as possible. Because I mean, if you're sick and you want to get better, you would want to get service or get seen as fast as possible. Correct? So let's help us to help you and help everybody else. Okay? So that yes. So God's willing, we are looking at the 29th and the 30th is when we're going to have Mr. Vialva there. I believe we should have a next consultant for the rest of the week. And myself, I'm going to be in Tobago on June the 5th and the 6th. So that is when I will do those reviews. Okay? Ms. Dawn Ellis, she says, good morning, Dr. Batson, associate, showing off the muscles and well taking care of yourself. Yes, I tell people I don't only speak health, I try my best to live it. Okay, Miss Marge Hills, she says, blessed good morning, Dr. Batson and associates, and all listening. Marge Hills, of course, is from Canada. So keep in mind, of course, we'll be doing that live for you guys this evening, and that live is going to be a question and answer. Of course, to facilitate as much questions as we can. So those of you who are listening on Sky 99.5 and you're internet savvy, you're tech savvy, you are on Facebook. Keep in mind, we are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, it's Dr. Batson. So you can add us, and of course you can be part of that live this evening. That live is going to be from 8 to 9:30.
Yeah. 8.
Good. Yeah, I just making sure and clarify with Mr. Shakil here. Okay, Miss Ataline George, she says, Doc, I'm using the iOptics formula and the IT and AlphaGon. I completed 2 bottles of the iOptics formula. How long do I have to use the product for? Okay, so Ataline, what I would suggest you do is, when was the last time you actually tested the pressure in your eyes? And the thing is, to test the pressure in your eyes is very easy. You just go to an optician and ask them if they could just test the pressure in your eyes. I think they may charge like maybe about $20 or $25. I'm not too sure, or maybe $30. And you just record it for yourself. Because you see, one of the things you have to be careful of, you have to understand that the eye clinic in all of the hospital, well, I know the eye clinic is Port of Spain is, I think that's where the eye clinic has now moved to St. James, and that eye clinic is packed to capacity. Remember, we have some very good doctors in Trinidad. They try their best to work with the resources that they have, but at the end of the day, again, you're dealing with people, so you have to ensure that there's conversation. So the process takes a little longer. So what I suggest for persons to do is, if you know you're a glaucoma patient, test your eyes. It's not taking anything out of you to go and spend a $30. Go, respectfully, go into the people organization. Hi, good day. And they want to test it and write it down. One of the issues that we have in Trinidad and Tobago, and I heard when I was listening to news some other day, and they were talking about this. They were speaking about hypertension, and this is something that I've been saying for years. We have so many persons walking around in this country with hypertension and diabetes, and they don't know they have it. And the reason for that is that you do not track your numbers. So I always tell people, you need to mind your business. Make an investment in a blood pressure machine. A blood pressure machine is not $1 million. You're going to what? Sit down and say how it's expensive and you can't afford it, and then, God forbid, you're suffering from blood pressure for how much years, and then you die? No, that doesn't make any sense. Your blood sugar machine, same thing. Do not take medication blindly. The problem with a lot of you guys is that you take medication blindly, and you are doing damage to yourself. And as an integrative practitioner, I have seen this for years. You cannot do that. You could only manage what you measure. You can only manage what you measure. If you want to lose weight, how do you know if you lose weight? By watching in the mirror? No, you go on a scale and then you take measurements. So you normally measure yourself. So you measure your waist, you measure your arms, you measure your legs, you measure across the buttocks area, and you write that. So you have to track things. I always tell persons, discipline and consistency will get you way further than talent. You have to consistent discipline is what going to give you the results that you want always. Okay. Clean says I was diagnosed with macular degeneration. Okay. So let me ask you something. Since you have been using what you have been using, have you seen any improvement in your vision? Answer that question for me. Josie Smith is joining us from London. Miss Keisha Pauly, she says, hey doc, how do you deal with rheumatoid arthritis? The thing is, when you're dealing with rheumatoid arthritis, is that rheumatoid arthritis is high levels of inflammation in the body. Once your inflammatory response is high, so usually in order to know if you have rheumatoid arthritis or some sort of autoimmune condition, the doctor is supposed to send you for 2 tests. You're supposed to do a C-reactive protein, and you're supposed to do something known as an ESR, which is an acronym, apologies, for erythrocyte sedimentation ratio. Your erythrocyte sedimentation ratio is supposed to be 0 to 20. If you are over, I think off for the top of my head, I'm speaking here, most people, like I remember I dealt with someone recently, their erythrocyte sedimentation ratio was 240. That's madness. It means that the inflammation is so high in the body. And once your inflammatory response is that high, you are going to be diagnosed with some sort of autoimmune condition, i.e. lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes is also an autoimmune condition. And those conditions are where the body is attacking itself. But the body technically is not attacking itself, you know. The problem is the inflammatory response in the body is too high. And once inflammation is high, inflammation creates an environment that is conducive to disease. Simple. So again, to those of you listening this morning, keep in mind those telephone numbers, keep in mind those open clinic days, keep in mind the advice that I recommended as regards. So we have open clinic days every day. We have our consultants there, but there are specific days when we'll do our marathon clinics, and that's when yours truly, Dr. Batson, is in office. So let's try and help each other to help ourselves, okay? Carter, sir, over to you. Can you please remind the listeners of the telephone numbers and the WhatsApp on your end? And of course, you just give me a time check, please.
All right, those numbers are 625-2759. That's 625-2759 or 624-7729. And that WhatsApp number is 333-9950. All right, we are 9:57 minutes past 9, and your time check will be 10:20, 20 past 10.
Oh, 20 past 10. Okay, great, sir.
Yes.
All right, let me see if I could get a question from our Instagram here. Miss Jennifer Valentine says, blessed good morning to you, Dr. Batson, and all your associates. Joanne Jamie has joined us. Normal has joined us as well. Let me see if Miss Dela Hennessy, who is always in the house, she says, good morning, Dr. Batson, and she gave me some eyes there. Always AV219 says, good day, Doc. Will your IT help with eye floaters? I was told my cause is due to age. Okay, good question. So when we deal with floaters, let me explain quickly what floaters are. So the lens of the eye itself has a specific thickness, right? So let's say, I'm just using for example and explanation case here. If it's, for, let's say, an inch in thickness. It's not, but I'm just using that as an example. The entire surface is supposed to be of that particular thickness. People with floaters, what happened is that you realize that there is a thinning in that put in different areas, and as a result of that thinning, the light is actually able to enter the eyes. And then you are told that you have floaters. So the eye optics formula is going to help with that. The IT is going to help with that. But what you also should use, and it's going to help a lot, is the CMOS. right? That is something that is going to help as well. What the eye optics formula is going to do is actually improve the circulation in the cerebral hemisphere, improve the circulation in the eyes. The IT is going to help with pulmonary circulation, which is circulation above your heart. And it's very important that what you're actually able to do as well in terms of the floaters is proper nourishment. So it means that the eyes, from the aspect of circulation, is not getting proper what? Blood and nutrients. Remember, the purpose of blood is to do what? Transport oxygen and nutrients to cells. And of course, remember, the body develops, regenerates from what? A cellular level. Your body does not regenerate from an organ level. No. It has to regenerate from a cellular level. Remember, cells give you tissues, tissues give you organs, organs give you organ systems, and organ systems give you the body. So in other words, eye cells give you the eye, or different parts of the eyes. Okay, so let me say retina cells would give you retina. The lens, you have cells for your lens, you have cells for your retina, you have cells for your macula, different parts of the eyes. So in order for the body to regenerate itself and to regenerate those things, it must be done from a cellular level. Cells give you tissues, tissues give you organs, organs give you organ systems, and organ systems give you the body. Basic biology. Okay. Miss Shireen Lewis, she says, and how much bottles do you have to use? It depends. We have had persons who came to us, they use one eye drop, one bottle. The maintenance subsequent to that, they used a bottle. So let's say you remember, because the first time, remember, whatever you're doing, you have to use a therapeutic dose, right? So whatever your situation is, remember, in some cases, you either have too much inflammation or you have too little of something. You might have vitamin mineral imbalance. You might have problems with proper assimilation. So you may be eating, you may be using certain things, but your body does not do what? Absorb it. So the thing is, we have to correct that. So it means now that you have a therapeutic dose, which is going to be a higher amount. So obviously, the bottle is going to finish faster. But when you reach the point you have attained the results that you want, then you go to what is known as a maintenance dose. And maintenance dose, of course, is going to be much less. It means it's going to last you longer, and it means you're going to spend less money. That's what it is. But if it is you are in a situation of emergency, it means that we have to correct that. So that's where you need the therapeutic dose. And then subsequent to that, once you get the results, it's a matter of doing now maintenance. Very important. Preventative maintenance. Okay. Miss Brigala Boyce says, bless Sunday morning, Dr. Batson. Started experiencing 2 days now a stabbing pain in my left middle toe, especially at late evenings. Any idea of what this could be? Poor circulation. Poor circulation. Keep in mind that you end up with poor circulation first, and then poor circulation causes what? Neuropathy. What is neuropathy? Nerve damage. So again, those of you who are on our live or who are not on our live, keep in mind we have that program this afternoon. This evening, sorry. I'll be joined by Mr. Paul Green, who is one of our senior blood microscopists. He normally operates out of the St. James. He usually works at the St. James and the Debe office. And he's going to be joining me this evening for a question and answer. So keep in mind, those of you, because I know a lot of you on your way to church, a lot of you in church now. So you may have a question that you may want to ask, and of course you could take advantage of that live. This evening is going to be from 8 to 9:30 p.m. So of course take full advantage of that. Keep in mind, on the live we are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube we are Batson and Associates Trinidad, and on TikTok it is Dr. Batson. Okay, Miss Kamala Samaru, good morning, Dr. Batson, and all the listeners. Miss Kamala Samaru, as usual, always joins us. Always a pleasure to have you on our live. Miss Dawn Ellis as well. She says her symptoms are stiff back, can't twist from side to side, contractions in the rib that takes her breath away, fatigue, tight chest, and highs, dealing with alkaloisin spondylitis. We spoke about this and you asked for the symptoms. Okay, good. Yeah. that is an autoimmune condition. So it means that that individual has, again, high levels of inflammatory response in the body. There's a product we carry at Batson and Associates called Inflammation Formula. That product was specifically done to help persons because we have a lot of arthritis patients that come to us. We have a lot of persons who have problems with pain, knee pain, back pain, waist pain, all sorts of pain. And inflammation formula has never failed them. That product works very good for reducing inflammatory response in the body. The good thing about it, it's a natural way to reduce inflammation, no side effects, and it tastes good. So, that is something that you could look into as well. Keep in mind when you're dealing with inflammatory conditions, i.e., rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, you have to be very careful with your diet. Why? Because there are certain foods that are very inflammatory. Sugar, of course, being the main culprit in them all. Milk is also very inflammatory as well, dairy milk. Excuse me, a lot of fried foods, hydrogenated oils, snacks, a lot of processed foods, those things actually add inflammation. So when you hear Dr. Batson telling you that you need to have a better diet and you need to drink this, coffee is also very inflammatory as well. It's not because Dr. Batson feel to be miserable and bother you all and tell you all he did do that and try to be fussy, but I'm trying to help you to understand that what you're doing have to make sense, because it doesn't make any sense. You spend your hard-earned money, we give you recommendations, and then you go and eat it nonsense. That doesn't make any sense. You're going to go 10 steps forward, 50 steps back. So you're going to be wasting both time, your time, our time, and most importantly, your hard-earned money. None of us pick up our money in the road. We work for it. So, if you're doing something, let us do it to the best of our ability and give you the results that you want. Okay? Keep in mind, you can give us a call or visit those telephone numbers again and locations. We have our open clinic day in Chaguanas. We'll be starting that clinic day on the holiday very early. We'll be starting from 9. I will be there from that time. That is going to be Tuesday, God's willing, as well as Wednesday of this week in the Chaguanas office. Just keep in mind, if you have a problem with mobility, if you may be arthritis patient and it's really bad, you can't climb stairs, well, then you're going to have to utilize either the office in St. James or the office in Davie, because our arthritis center, we're working on that, our rheumatoid arthritis diabetes center, cardiovascular center, which is what we're working on now in Londonville. We're working assiduously to get that finished, God's willing. So as soon as that is done, of course, you guys would know. Nikita Thomas says, good morning, sir, and all tuned in. Look forward to tuning in. You are more than a healer, also a teacher. Bless you. Question. My son had a left eye injury at 5-year-old. Corneal laceration and retinal damage that resulted in retinal removal. Whoa. What product can help him? He is 23 years now. Okay, with that, you want to try to use something that's going to help to seriously regenerate the body. The thing is, there are, from the aspect of clinical nutrition, a number of vitamins, minerals, enzymes, phytonutrients that actually can help the body heal faster than normal. One of my areas of specialization is sports medicine and sports nutrition. So I do a lot of work with athletes, privately, in terms of doing their diets and that type of thing. And there are actually things that you can use to actually help the body heal faster than usual. Collagen, for example, is big now. You hear a lot of people talking about collagen. Of course, I'm very brand specific. There's a collagen and hyaluronic acid that we carry. I mean, it's really, really a good product. I like it. If you want to, people, you use a bottle of that product, and I'm telling you, you actually look at least 5 years younger. And that's not an exaggeration. The thing is, it's a little on the pricey side because collagen is not a cheap thing, especially a hydrolyzed collagen, because the thing with collagen is a very long, large molecule. So collagen is very hard for the body to assimilate. A lot of people do not know that. So the thing is, with a hydrolyzed collagen, the particles are much smaller. So it means the absorption is much higher. You want value for your money, right? So the thing is, if you get the collagen with the hyaluronic acid, even though it's, is a little more on the pricier side compared to other collagens, the results that you get is much better. And I could tell you, because I have personally used the product. It's an excellent product. I've used it in a while. I actually need to get some, because I had a client in Tobago who used it. She was very impressed. When she came back, she actually took 2 more bottles because of what it has the ability to do. But God's willing, once we open, we finish that rheumatoid center, that's something that we're going to have available there because it's, it helps significantly with that particular issue. Okay, so in the case of that situation with your son, that what I'm going to recommend is the eye optics formula. The IT is very good. You all don't take that tea for granted. I have had clients, testimonies on top of testimonies with that IT. I'm a huge advocate of the drinking of teas, proper quality tea, no milk, no sugar, because teas actually have something in it called tannins. When I did Chinese medicine, one of the things that you would understand with Chinese and Ayurvedic medicine, especially when you have to look at things like your chakras and your various point of energy or your energy aspect of your body, your chakras very, very important. A lot of people focus on 5, but you actually have 12 in all. I wouldn't get into that right now because I don't really have the time to go into that. There's a lot of details. But what it actually has the ability to do is it with Chinese medicine and teas actually have something in it known as tannins, tannins. And what tannins do, tannins actually help to heal the body, superproof the body. Look at our Asian counterparts. There's a reason why the Chinese, the Japanese, and these people live so long and look the way they look. It is because of their daily practices. You can't do 100 things wrong and expect to it doesn't make any sense. It just really doesn't make any sense. So if you know you have floaters, we can deal with that for you. The eye optics formula, the IT optimizer is also good. The anthocyanin complex is also good as well. Get your CMOS. We ran out of CMOS in St. James because of those open clinic days, but St. James is going to get their CMOS, God's willing, again on Monday, please God, by Monday, Tuesday for the latest. So you can always get, and that particular one that we got actually yielded very well. I was very satisfied with that quality. And we have that at those different offices. Miss Elizabeth Joseph says, good morning, sir. What is the cause of sciatica nerve and what can be done to correct it? Sciatica is a trouble fella. And the reason why sciatica is so problematic is because when you have spinal problems, now you can have a number of problems with your spine, right? Remember, the spinal column is the core of the body. It actually wraps around that particular aspect, the diaphragm there. And that core, which also includes the abdominal muscles, which is very, very important to try and have as healthy or as strong abdominal muscles as possible, because what it does, it actually supports that entire spinal column. Remember, your spine is basically 3 aspects. You have your cervical vertebrae, which is C1 to C7. Then you have your thoracic, which is T1 to T12, and your lumbar, which is L1 to L5. Then you have your coccyx and that lower part, what they call your bottom bone, right? Now, the thing is that entire spinal column, if you look at a diagram of anatomy and physiology, you will realize that the nerves are actually, the spine actually wraps around that diaphragm. So the thing is, if your core is compromised, and your core could be compromised for a number of reasons, if you have excess acid, which a lot of persons have, in order to neutralize that acid, you need a base or alkaline. The only readily available alkaline in the human body is calcium. Calcium is stored where? In your bones. The highest amount of calcium is stored in your spinal column, your lung, and your long bones. So the thing is, with excess acid, your body is going to continually take calcium from your bones. And if it's taking calcium from your bones, it undermines that entire skeletal system. So it damages the osteocytes. So what it makes it do, what it does, is make your bones more or less dense. And it interferes with the synovial fluid, that cushioning that you have there. So it actually presses on the sciatic nerve. And now that is actually going to radiate down the left leg. In order to correct it, you must correct that acid situation. You also have to correct the density in the bones. And that is where we have things like the joint T, the inflammation formula, CMOS. You'll realize Dr. Batson is I am a huge advocate of the use of CMOS. Huge, because it is a nutrient-dense food. How hard it is for you to get some CMOS, even if you don't get it from Batson and Associates. I quite frankly don't care where you get it. I just want you to get it, because you need to help yourself. Too many persons are getting crippled by arthritis. Too many persons having this arthritis situation, and it doesn't make any sense you're saying no and suffering there. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, let me say a pleasant good morning to Miss June Jatan, Miss Cheryl Griffith, Miss Pauline McKenna. What 5 years younger? I knew that few bottles. That's the hyaluronic acid product we're speaking about here. Ms. Donnell is saying, if one order the inflammation formula and have it for a while, would it be good for a long time in the refrigerator? Yeah, that product, it has a long enough shelf life. Once you refrigerated it, you don't have a problem. Ms. Grace Williams says, good Sunday morning, Dr. Batson, and all your associates. A pleasant good morning to you, Ms. Joanna Thomas. Good morning to you as well, Melissa Richards. Good morning to you. And again, of course, keep in mind, so it's now 10:14. So I'm watching my time here as regards to the time that I would have on Sky 99.5. Keep in mind, again, I'll be continuing this program. I would go for an additional hour, God's willing. And then, of course, keep in mind, we have our program this evening with Mr. Green. That program is going to be from 8 to 9:30, and you can join us on our live. We'll be Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, it's Dr. Batson. Those telephone numbers again, and reminders for our marathon clinic days and our open clinic days, Shogunas. That number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. That open clinic days every day. Keep in mind, open clinic day means that you do not necessarily have to have an appointment. Okay, that's what that open stands for. Of course, I'll be in that office, God's willing, on Tuesday, which is the holiday, and Wednesday, God's willing. Day, open clinic day every day, Monday to Saturday. And the reason why we can do that is we have a consultant every day in those offices. Okay? For Debe, that telephone number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. The open clinic day for St. James, of course, is every day, Monday to Saturday. I'll be there on Friday, God's willing. Debe would be Saturday, God's willing, this Saturday coming. And Tobago, of course, is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. We'll have our consultant, Mr. Vialva. He'll be there Monday and Tuesday. And of course, we should have a next consultant for the rest of the week. And of course, I am going to do the review the following week, which is, I believe, the 4th and the 5th. I'll clarify that for you there. And again, that telephone number for Tobago is 226-4553. That's 226-4553, as well as 312. That's 312-4248. Again, that is 312-4248. It's actually the 5th and the 6th of June. My apology. Okay, and the consultant is going to be there the 29th and the 30th. Okay, so we try our best to facilitate you guys as much as possible. Those of you who are international, keep in mind you can have international consultations. That telephone number, of course, Trinidad area code 868, telephone number 373-2388. Again, that's 868-373-2388. You have been listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, where we support your health naturally. Again, keep in mind our locations and telephone numbers. That telephone number for Shogunas is 222-8261. Location, first floor, Money Talks building in Montrose, Shogunas. Debe is the corner of Ramsey Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Debe. That telephone number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. That open clinic day, Monday to Saturday. Dr. Batson's day there is going to be this Saturday for this week. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That telephone number for St. James is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. Open clinic day, Monday to Saturday. Dr. Batson's day on Friday. Tobago is Red Edge Mall, Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That telephone number 226-4553. Their open clinic day is going to be this Monday and Tuesday. You're going to have a consultant. We should have a consultant as well from Wednesday to Friday. And Dr. Batson's day is going to be the 5th and the 6th. We're Mr. Tobago, so we have to organize tickets and whatever the case may be, right? again, as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. To the listeners of Sky 99.5, thank you so very much for allowing me into your household. I hope I was in some way of benefit to you, in some way. And of course, keep in mind that live we are having this evening. Those of you who may have questions, who, maybe questions on product services, and you didn't get an opportunity to ask, I didn't get an opportunity, to answer, you can always join us this evening. That is going to be from 8 to 9:30 on our social media. We are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, it's Dr. Batson. My good friend, Mr. Carter, sir, always a pleasure to be in your company. Until next Sunday, God's willing. And again, to everyone on the live, be safe. The road is very wet, so you all take your time, drive safe. Remember, whatever you eat today, make sure and have some salad in that plate. Don't only have macaroni pie and bake this and bake that, right? Make sure and have some greens in the plate. God bless and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care.
For the best healthcare experience, come to Batson and Associates. They are specialized report.
Yes, guys. So we're gonna be continuing our live. Annabella may say, but hey, Doc, you showing up. Shoulders, happy Sunday. Yeah, as I said, I came straight from working out. So it means that it's one of the two things that I'd either miss this program and I am not going to miss the program. So you all get a little eye food today. All right, Miss Annabella B. Okay, great program, Dr. Batson. The Eye Optics formula is a great product. It works. Thank you. That's Miss Frederica Joseph. Grace Williams says, I must comment on your outfit. Hands up. Thank you very much. Miss Frederica Joseph, she says, I will ask my question this evening. Good, no problem. All right, Betty Phillips says, thanks for the info. Let me come down here to our social media. Again, Ms. Sherry Lewis says, absolutely. So, yeah, guys. So, one of the things too as well, we, yes, Ms. June Jatan, thank you so very much. One of the questions that we had, someone was asking as regards to the what to expect in using the uterine formula. The thing is, in using the uterine formula, one of the things you're going to experience is if you're having problems with a painful menstrual cycle, your menstrual cycle is going to improve. If you're having problems with fibroids, that is also going to improve as well. If you have situations with an irregular cycle, you're also going to see some improvement in that as well. Because the thing is, with irregular menstrual cycle, it has to do with hormonal imbalance. One of the things that one of the things that the uterine formula does is actually balance the hormones in the body, but it also works on the endocrine system. Keep in mind, your endocrine system is what? Your glands. So your endocrine system is thyroid, parathyroid, pituitary, adrenal, those type of glands, right? So the thing is, once you have a gland issue, you're going to have a hormonal problems. Remember, your thyroid, for example, you're realizing now we have a lot of persons, everybody's a thyroid problem. They're having thyroid nodules, hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism, and all these other thyroid problems. The reason why persons experiencing that is because of this sort of issue associated, one with stress, also a lot of the foods that we eat, and the lack of detoxification of the body. Detoxification is very important. You have to learn to do some aspects of detoxification. That product that we carry at Batson Associates, Santulan. Santulan is actually a 7-channel detox. It cleans and detoxifies kidney, colon, bloodstream, liver, lymphatic system, skin, and your lungs. So it's a very, very good product as it relates to helping in inflammation in the body, reducing inflammation. Miss Petal, Flower Petal, what is the cost of consultations? Because I do not call price on the radio, I would just suggest that you give us a call. One of the things that we actually have, we're going to actually post it up on Facebook. So I'm going to let them do one of those promotions for us again, where we actually put up the prices of our services and that type of thing for you guys, right? It's just a principle I have. I really do like to call products because it comes across as a hustler. And believe me, I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a hustler. I take my job very very, very important. I take my job very seriously, rather. That's what I want to say. Okay, Miss Joanna Thomas says, they don't talk about cost of items or consolation on air. Oh, yeah, he mentions that earlier. Yes, right? Miss June Jatton, yes, Doc, I see you for that. No problem. Miss Sharon Theodore says, Dr. Batson, when I see you, what are you rare? I cross my eyes and I dot my T's. LOL. No problem, my dear. Okay, guys. So again, keep in mind those open clinic days. So what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna take a 5 minutes break, just 5 minutes, because I was in the gym this morning, so I drank a lot of water. So you don't know what that means, right? So just excuse me for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to return. We could always play a song for you guys. I don't know, Ishaki, if I should do it on my phone or if it is we're gonna do it. We're gonna find a way to do it. Okay, so Shakil is gonna put it on the computer there for you guys. I'm going to take just a 5 minutes and then I'm going to come back. So because I am doing this extra time here, any questions that you may have, I will try my best to answer for you guys because tonight is going to, I'm telling you, we're going to have major traffic tonight. So if you could ask a question now and I could answer a question, then I'm going to do that. Honey, bedtime, pull out your ammunition. Cindy Hoyt, my dear, good morning to you. I hope all is well with you. Honeybee, my dear, I hope all is well with you as well. Yeah, I was trying not to read all the comments because you all just have me blushing. I'd be laughing down the phone here and smiling from ear to ear. Okay, someone is asking about our online consultation for our overseas client, and we do have that. Keep in mind that number for our international consultation is 868-373-2388. So that's 373-2388. Okay, Miss Crystal Mitchell 4 says good morning. Good morning to you, Crystal. So what we're going to do, as I said, we're going to take a small break. And of course, I'm going to come back and answer your questions. I'm just figuring what we're going to play here for you guys. For some reason, my memory is giving me, well, not my memory, yeah, but we actually, we backspaces in this. Cindy Hoyt, do you have a serious question for Doc and you skip it twice? Miss Julia Hope says good morning. Honeybee, the plane they are seaman, the plane they seaman patrolling. All right, yeah, I'm here. You just go, I just go this way? Yeah, today. Oh, where's the backspace on this? Yeah. Yeah, guys, I'm just doing something here for you, and then we're gonna be continuing. I'm gonna look at it on my phone first for some reason. Right, guys. So we will be. So it is now 10:27. I'm going to be back with you guys at 10:37. So just give me 10 minutes, and we're going to organize. Okay, guys. Denise Hamilton Winchester says, "I am new to the Dr. Batson family. Pleased to be here. Very good. Pleased to have you." Okay, so just give me 10 minutes. So we'll be back at 10:37 and we'll continue. And I'll take some more questions. Okay, keep in mind, we are Batson and Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, it's Dr. Batson. Okay, guys? Yes, guys, so we back. I see Jen Bree say the program finished. Now tuning in. No, we're not finished. Okay, God's willing. So we are going for 30 minutes again. So we just take a short break there. Right. For those of you who be know about joining me, as I said, I do not normally do my live with this amount of skin showing, but I went to the gym this morning and I needed a workout. I really, really needed to work out, honestly. You know, that's the type of person I am when coming to physical fitness. I'm a great advocate as regards to exercise. I always tell people that nothing annoys me more to hear people say, I want to lose weight, but I want to lose weight without diet and exercise. It does not make any sense. Okay. So, because I needed to be mentally prepared, psychologically, emotionally prepared, I had to take my workout this morning because I missed my workout yesterday. So, I had no other choice but to get it this morning. And based on the time from home to here at the gym, I had to come here straight. All right. So, I am not purposefully naked. All right. Ms. Joanna Thomas, she says, oh, my question is, I have brain fog from COVID since 2020. What can I use? Got extra nerve restore capsules, but need more suggestions. Forgetful at times, but can function on my secular job. Okay, Miss Joanna. Okay, so let me explain something about COVID and what COVID would have done to a number of individuals, right? Now you have to understand that COVID is a virus, right? So it means that all viruses or all pathogens, when they get in the body, they interfere with a number of things. What honey, they say, why you acting like we mind? All right, I hear you. But still now, it has some people who think, but the love is still there, right? But I just like to explain things to persons. All right, my dear? Yeah. So the thing with COVID, because it's a virus and it had so many, COVID significantly affects different organs and organ systems in the body. One of the organs that COVID affected significantly is your lungs, but it also affected your cardiovascular system. It also affected your neurological system. So the thing is, Miss Joanna Thomas, to fix that, you said you use the nerve restore. What I suggest you do, I don't know if you used any of the alkagen water. I don't know if you used any santulan. What I would suggest, do you have any problems with weakness? Once you're not feeling weak, or excessively tired, then you could use the Santulan. If you find you're feeling a bit weak, you haven't gotten back your strength since COVID, then leave Santulan out for now. What I would suggest you do is there's a product we carry. It's an omega with astaxanthin in it. Sorry, that's a very good product for proper mental function, brain circulation, that type of thing. I would recommend you use that, one in the morning, one in the evening, and you get the inflammation formula as well. With the inflammation formula, and we could use a nutrient-dense greens, and we get you to start back functioning. Because what we have to do, the thing with COVID-19 is that COVID doesn't come out the body like that. It doesn't. There are a lot of people who got COVID and they're walking around and they don't understand that that virus is still inside of the body. Because what the virus is going to do, it's going to hide in the tissues. It's going to hide in the tissues. So the thing is, in hiding in those tissues, it's going to create problems later on, which is why long COVID was such a big issue, which is why we see so many people with cardiovascular problems now and that type of thing. All right. So what you should do, Joanna, I don't know if we did a consultation for you, or if you just came in and got the nerve restore, but definitely I would add those things to give you some additional help, because COVID really wreaks havoc on a lot of individuals, and it can leave you with long-term damage if it is you don't correct it. Okay. Ms. June Jatan said, oh, thank you, Denise. Ms. Phyllis, well, I guess that was something you guys were speaking about. Phyllis Washington says, what will you advise for insomnia? Okay, insomnia, again, sleeping problems. There's a product we carry at Batson & Associates called Nerve Restore. As I always tell people, I made that product for myself to help in terms of proper mental function, in terms of proper mental acuity, proper sleep, that type of thing. The thing is, you have two types of sleep. You have REM sleep and you have non-REM sleep. REM actually stands for rapid eye movement. And with rapid eye movement, that is when your body gets the most amount of rest. The thing is, a lot of people, they don't cycle properly and then have something called a circadian rhythms. In some persons, those things are very important for sleep. A number of persons, that is going to be a bit off. And as a result of that, you may find that you may end up in problems. So I would recommend the Nerve Restore. What I suggest, look at your water intake. You should be drinking your body weight divided by 2 in ounces. So you need to hydrate your body. Very, very important. Okay. And also, you can also look at the inflammation formula as well. Very, very important. Okay, Ms. Joanna Thomas, so that you'll be able to function not only on your secular job, but be able to get back to the way that you were before and even better. Okay, so I hope I was able to answer your question there. Ms. Phyllis Washington, she says, okay, well, that was what would you advise for insomnia? So that was the Nerve Restore, inflammation formula, the alkagen water. Keep in mind your water intake should be a body weight divided by 2 in ounces. Okay. Miss Sonia McKenny John Doc, you showing off some skin this morning? Yeah, a bit. Okay, guys. Let me see where we are. Miss June Jatan. Miss Joanna Thomas. She said, I'm drinking the alkaline water, got Santulan, but didn't start the detox as yet. But how is your energy level? Do you feel tired? Do you feel okay? Right. I see you gave me some information here. June Jatan says, yes, doc, I got COVID 2 times and I am not the same after. Yeah, you gotta build back up the body, you gotta get the body back. So that's why I said you would need a therapeutic dose, and then after that, you would now have a maintenance dose. Okay, good. Ms. Joanna Thomas said, I did consult after COVID, but memory and some nerve problems persist. Have to return to Trinidad to follow up. Thanks for the information. Oh, good. You're out of Trinidad. Okay, no problem. Well, what you could do too, I suggest, is you get if you message us on 3149975, 3149975, or code 868-3149975, I could send some additional information for you there. Okay, my dear. Miss Deborah Bruce says, hi, doc. Do you have anything for people with dementia? Yes, we do. There's something known as vascular dementia. And what vascular dementia really is that you're not getting sufficient blood flow to your brain. So the thing is, if you're not getting sufficient blood flow to the brain, what is actually going to happen is that you're going to have lack in what? Oxygen and nutrients. So the problem with that is that you need to ensure that you get that proper circulation. So for dementia patients, I normally recommend Nerve Restore. I recommend Cerebral. Cerebral is a very, very good product, because what Cerebral formula actually does is it actually helps for memory, cognitive function. Cognitive function is one of the most important functions that people with dementia lose. So they don't understand place and time. They don't understand recognition of faces. The problem with dementia is people tend to be very violent. They tend to be very aggressive, whereas Alzheimer's people tend to be very passive and that type of thing. But it all has to do with neurological imbalances in the brain. Okay, keep in mind, again, we'll be on this evening. This evening, we will be having our question and answer live, and that is actually going to be with Mr. Paul Green, one of our senior blood microscopists and consultants. He's going to be joining me, God's willing, from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And of course, we're going to be wrapping. We're going to be having some conversation as regards to health, what we offer at Batson Associates, and most importantly, to answer questions that you may need answering. Okay, Ms. Denise Hamilton Winchester says, is other alkaline water good too? Like, and I would not call that name, an other alkaline or the Alkagen water alone. What I could tell you, Ms. Hamilton, in my experience, I used to sell Kangen water some years ago, and the thing is, we have some unscrupulous people. I'm not saying that anyone is, but in my experience, I have seen that with persons, and I could verify what I carry. I can't speak about the quality of other person's products, So I can only speak about what I know, and I will keep it at that. But Alkagen water, we have a number of very satisfied customers and clients. Okay, Ms. Joanna Thomas, she says energy is good once I avoid sugars. Okay, so what I will advise to you, Ms. Joanna Thomas, okay, she said I will do a phone consult. Thanks for your information. Good. Let's do that, and let's get you back on your feet, my dear. Ms. Annie Grant says yes, the Cerebral works very good. June Jatan says I will be locked on for sure, doc. No problem. Deborah Bruce says, do you ship your products out of Trinidad? Yes, we do. The liquids, we have a little challenge now but we are in the process of doing, because we have so many international clients from so many different countries. What we're doing right now is we're doing some partnership with some shipping companies, drop shipping and that type of thing. But that is a process, because we're doing it via a number of, primarily US. And the US dots the I's and cross the T's with a number of things. And that's something I respect. So we're going to have that in place, where we're going to have a website with different aspects. So believe me, you guys, you're going to get a lot of information. You're going to get a lot of benefit when we start doing that. So just bear with us. It's just a matter of time. But the other products, the lighter ones, we don't have any problem shipping those out of the country. Okay, so again, keep in mind our clinic telephone numbers and our locations. We have our marathon days coming up. Ms. Laureen Forbes says, greetings, Dr. Tobago is waiting. Definitely. So keep in mind, for Tobago, we have our consultant, Mr. Stefan Vialva. He's going to be working there this Monday and Tuesday. So that is going to be able, I think it's Monday and Tuesday or Tuesday and Wednesday. But call the office. Once you call the Tobago number, which is 226-4553, that's 226-4553, as well as 312-4248. That's 312-4248. And he's going to have that necessary information for you guys. We're going to be doing your blood, we're doing your scan and that type of thing. And of course, Dr. Batson is going to review on the 5th and the 6th. Yeah, I know Tuesday's a holiday, but we work in Tuesday. We're going to work Tuesday. We're going to make sure and come out for you guys on Tuesday. I just want to have to verify with the office. So this evening on the live, I'm going to make sure and verify that for you guys. Very, very important. Okay, Ms. Lauren Forbes, so I dealt with that. J. Bean says, how would someone who lives in New York do your blood analysis? Yeah, that is something that the thing with blood analysis, because we use capillary blood, we actually able to, you have to be in the location to do it. I'm actually in the process of looking at different options. If it is we actually take blood samples, and if blood samples are taken and sent to us, but that is something I'm working on, and it's only until I finish I'll be able to give a proper answer, because we need to find out in terms of refrigeration and, you know, if the blood would be still viable when it reaches to us and that type of thing. Because remember, there's a live blood analysis. This is not where we're doing with reagents in lab work and that type of thing, pathology work and that type of thing. It's a different methodology in determining a number of things in the body. I have the most amount of respect for a high-powered electron microscope. Anyone who has good training in hematology and even pathology understands the importance of a microscope. It is very, very important to do a number of things. Okay. Miss Sharon Theodore says, Dr. Batson just finished using 2 packs of the Santulan tea. Should I continue using it, or should I give it a rest and start back? What I would say is it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If your thing is weight loss, maintenance, then I suggest you use a next pack, but this time you stretch it out. So instead of drinking a glass every day, you could drink a glass every other day or maybe every 3 days, and then you allow it, you know, as maintenance, that type of thing. If you find your energy level is good, you're going good, you're satisfied, then maybe you could rest it off, and then you could start back. Maybe you leave it for like about 2 weeks to a month, or a month, 6 weeks, and then you may use a next pack. I use my Santulan intermittently because I find it's a good product for maintenance. It helps your energy, it helps digestion, it helps a number of things in the body. Okay, let me see where our Instagram is going, if I could answer any question. Ms. Jennifer Valentine says, which is the best collagen to use? I personally like that collagen with hyaluronic acid. I could always provide that information to you and get some more information out there. Very, very good product. You're welcome, Miss Sharon Theodore. Okay. All right, Miss June 2nd has joined us. Drews had joined us as well. There's a question that we have gotten as regards to polycystic ovaries and ovarian cysts. So the uterine formula, that is actually going to be our product for the month of June. I haven't told my staff that as yet, but I'm telling them now. That uterine formula is going to be our product for the month of June. That is something we're going to be start back, where we're going to be promoting that product. We're going to be discussing it. We're going to be talking to women as it relates to polycystic ovaries, fibroids, ovarian cysts, endometriosis, painful menstrual cycle, because you find you have a lot of women who have serious problems with those things. And as a result of that, they tend to end up in a lot of issues. So that's something to look forward to at Batson and Associates. So, of course, it is now 10:53. So, God's willing, we'll be going till 11:07. So, again, keep in mind our telephone numbers and locations. We are located on the first floor of Money Talks Building. That is Money Talks Building in Montrose, Chagonas. That telephone number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe is the corner of Ramsamud Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That telephone number for Debe is 223-7515. Again, that's 223-7515. Dr. Batson is actually going to be in Debe this Friday. No, this Saturday, my apologies. This Saturday coming. And I'm going to be in St. James on Friday, God's willing, this Friday. That telephone number for St. James is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. And of course, that location is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. Tobago is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That telephone number for Tobago is 226-4553. So Ms. Lauren Forbes says, can you explain the blood analysis process? Thanks, no problem. Okay, so we take capillary blood. Capillary blood is blood from your fingers, right? If it's a baby, we take it from under the baby's foot. Now, what blood analysis is the ability to look at blood under a high-powered microscope. Now, how we do it, the microscope would be here, and then we have our various cables, cords that are going to be attached to a monitor. So you actually see the blood live in front of you. Now, blood is the greatest witness. Blood will sell you out. Blood is not your friend when coming to certain things, in the sense that blood carries information, which is why blood is the most tested serum in the world. So the thing with blood analysis is that when we do the blood analysis, we're able to determine a number of things. I'll give you an example. If your blood cells are stuck like this on each other, it is a key indicator that you have serious lack of oxygen and lack of circulation in the body. Think about it. If this is a blood cell, so we have two blood cells. So my right hand, my left hand, right? So how many sides we have? We have the palm of my hand and we have the back of my hand, right? Now the thing is, there's a reason why your blood cells are concave. Blood cells are not flat. They are concave, which means they sort of slant like this, concave, right? And the reason why they're concave is because of something known as surface area to volume ratio. So because the blood cell is not flat and it is concave, it means that you have higher oxygen exchange in the body. Now, the thing is, when we do blood analysis, this is a dead giveaway that you have poor circulation. If your blood cells are not separated and floating nice and moving, and your blood cells are stuck like this, how many sides do we have? We have two. Two and two is what? 4. When the blood cells are stick together, how many sides do we have? 1, 2. How many sides we supposed to have? So you lose sides. So when you lose sides, you actually lose what? Oxygen and nutrients. Basic, like primary school biology, I just explained it for you. And that is what the blood analysis does. So someone who is trained in blood microscopy, we're able to determine. So we know once we see that, you have poor circulation. You have lack of blood flow to the brain. You have lack of oxygen to your brain. You have problems with tiredness. You have problems with exhaustion. You have problems with energy. There's a next thing we look for. All your blood cells are shaped a particular way, right? When we see blood cells with tips on them, they actually look like balloons. That's a dead giveaway. You know what that means? That means your food is not digesting properly. You do have proper digestion. You have what we call malabsorption. You see? So it's very, very important to pay attention to the blood and what the blood actually gives us in information. And let me tell you something. I have had clients who came to me who went by doctors all over the place, and they couldn't tell them what was wrong with them. And from the time they came to us and that blood analysis was done via the consultants that work with me, my colleagues, we were able to explain and help them to get better. Very, very important. Ms. Jennifer Valentine says, thank you so much, Doc. You are awesome, as always. You're very welcome. Okay, guys. So again, that is what the blood analysis does. We also have something known as the magnetic resonance analysis scan. And with the magnetic resonance analysis scan, we actually help our clients to understand a number of things. So you're actually able to know how much blood is going to your brain. You're actually able to understand the condition of your liver, the condition of your kidneys, as it relates to helping you to get better. Always keep in mind this. You are not sick for no reason. Even if the doctor cannot tell you what is wrong with you. I tell you so. Because I have had persons who went all over the place. All over. What I tell you, all over. All kind of 6 specialists, 10 specialists, or this one, that. And the doctors couldn't tell them what was wrong with them. There is always a reason why you're not feeling well. You don't feel unwell just so. And when you talk about things like diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular problems, a lot of people tell you that that is hereditary. Genetic load the gun, lifestyle pull the trigger. Always remember that. Genetic loads the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. Okay? You are listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, where we support your health naturally. Keep in mind again that live we're going to be having this evening. This evening, we are going to have Mr. Paul Green with us. He is going to be joining me from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Okay? And that's going to be question and answer. So I know a lot of you guys in church, we have a lot of persons, cooking a little Sunday meal and that type of thing. So this evening is going to be a more relaxed setting. So you would be able to listen. If you may know someone who is in need of help and they might know where to get help, because I know there are a lot of persons, believe me, they need help and poor things. They don't know where to go. Problem with depression, anxiety, mental health, those type of things. Those are some of the things we're going to be covering tonight. And of course, it is question and answer. To take full advantage of that, again, let me just provide the information for our clinics. Keep in mind, we always have our open clinic days. Open doesn't mean free. Open just means that you do not have to have an appointment. We will take you if you walk in. We have a walk-in clinic. Okay, for the Shogunas office, that number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. And that location is on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Shogunas. We're also on the corner of Ramsamooch Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. Debe's walk-in clinic day is every day, but Dr. Batson is going to be doing his reviews on Saturday, this Saturday coming. My review for Shogunas and consultations and whatnot for Shogunas is Tuesday, and yes, Tuesday is on holiday. We are working on that holiday. So we work Tuesday and Wednesday. I am going to be in Shogunas for those days. We also have St. James, which is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That walk-in clinic day is Monday to Saturday, but Dr. Batson's day is or my day, I should say, sorry, I'm talking in third person, is on the Friday, God's willing, okay? And Tobago, of course, is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number for Tobago is 226-4553. Again, that's 226-4553. Ms. Joanne Espinoza says, what's your contact info for international clients? So, Joanne, the international clients contact number is 868, that's 868-373, 868-373-2388. Again, that's 868-373-2388. You guys could also utilize the WhatsApp number for head office, which is 314-9975. Again, that's 314-9975. Okay, Ms. Joanne Thomas says, Dr. Batson, thank you for sharing knowledge. No other forum I know that I can say such great helpful information. I refer you to people, but some wait when they are too sick to get help and refuse to change their bad eating habits and exercises. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. Ms. Espinoza, you're very welcome. Let me say something too, guys. Hypertension. I will end on this note. And let me be careful. I say what I say, but I was a Tina Turner fan. Love her to death. I find those legs were amazing. And she's someone, her story was, of course, inspirational, not only to women, but inspirational in general. The way she overcame adversity and, she was very successful and that type of thing. But in one of her interviews, I was looking at her, you know what she said? She said if she had understood how detrimental hypertension was to kidney problems, she would have done things differently. You understand? So I say that to say, if you suffer from hypertension, mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Because hypertension is not to be played with. When you have hypertension, If you do not deal with it properly, if you do not watch what you're eating, if you do not take better care of yourself and take stock of yourself, you are going to end up with a kidney problem. I always tell people that. Always tell people that. Mind your business. There's a saying, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay? So with that being said, it was a pleasure to be in your company. I always look forward to being of great information and service for you guys. Keep in mind, we have our teas in stock. If you want circulation tea, we have circulation tea. We have eye tea, we have joint tea, we have liver tea. And we have so many other teas that we carry at Batson Associates and a lot of exciting new things coming. We have our optimizer, because so our offices are going to be stocked this week coming here. So we have optimizer, we have our nerve restore, we also have eye optics formula, very important product for eyesight, things like cataract, glaucoma, detached retina, that type of things. Yes, petal, flower petal, we have gotten back oolong tea. We have oolong tea in stock, we have pu'er tea, and I'm going to do some, watch me, we have some teas coming in the making there. You're all going to watch me, you're going to love yourself, right? So enjoy drinking your tea. Again, at Batson Associates, we are holistic consultants. And of course, in order to deal with whatever issue you're having, whether it's diabetes, hypertension, acid reflux, whatever the problem is, you have to deal with the root cause of the issue. Okay? Yes, petal, flower, petal. She says, yes, I use your teas. And I hope you are satisfied with the teas. Well, in fact, you're asking about the oolong, it means that you would have gotten results with that. Okay, guys. So again, we just about to wrap up. So keep in mind those telephone numbers. Keep in mind our open clinic days, Dr. Batson. So if you know someone who's suffering, you're talking to them for the longest while, they're getting problems to get an appointment, I am going to be in office, God's willing, on Tuesday and Wednesday to make your life easier. You can always have your blood analysis done on Monday, and I will actually do your review for you. The same applies to St. James, because St. James, I'm going to be in St. James on Friday. So you could always have your blood analysis. You're going, on those days, the office would have people, but it's not as packed, and you're not going to have to wait as long. You could have your blood analysis, your magnetic resonance analysis done with Mr. Paul Green. You get your preliminary stuff done. You bring all your blood reports. So we have your file there. So on Friday is just a review. Let's make your life easy and give you the results that you're looking for. Ms. Denise Hamilton Winchester says, I had a consult with Mr. Vialva in Debe. Whoa, he was amazing. Professional, patient, knowledgeable, felt so comfortable. The consult was sure worth it. He explained so well. Kudos to him. Yes, thank you so very much. I always tell persons that I have put a system in place, and these people that work alongside me, I don't call them my employees, I call them my colleagues, because of the level of respect that I have for them, right? And we have an organization of professionals. Like everyone else, we need to continue to improve and better our best, and that's what we're working on. So come take advantage of it. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that, Ms. Denise Hamilton Winchester. Ms. Frederica Joseph says 100% agree. Good free health information, products that work, and professional staff. Hello to Miss Roma. Thank you, Dr. Batson. Miss Sharon Theodore said, Dr. Batson, what is oolong tea and what is it good for? Thanks. So this is the last question I'll answer before I leave, because I'm hungry as I could eat a horse right now. Oolong tea is actually very good for weight loss. It is also a very good tea to build your blood count, and it is a tea with numerous benefits. It's very good for your kidney, liver, intestines. So it is a very good tea to include in your regime. The only thing with oolong tea, you do not use it too late in the evening, because it does give you energy and it would keep you up. Okay? So guys, that brings our program this morning to an end. Keep in mind, we are going to be live on our social media platforms. We are Batson Associates Limited on Facebook. On Instagram, we are Batson Associates TT. On YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. And on TikTok, we are Dr. Batson. Okay, Miss Petal Flower Petal says, yeah, those products are good. Thanks so very much for that. And oolong tea is also good for cancer patients. Thank you so very much for that. Well said, my dear. Okay, those telephone numbers again and location. We are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Chaguanas. That telephone number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. You can always walk in and have your consultation done. If you want to do your blood analysis and your magnetic resonance analysis scan and get that 4-in-1 special, which is great value for money, you just need to fast for 2 hours. Debe is the corner of Ramsey Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That telephone number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. That telephone number for St. James is 220-8113. Open clinic day every day. Dr. Batson is going to be there on Friday. And of course, Debe, open clinic day every day. Dr. Batson is going to be there this Saturday. And Tobago, of course, is the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number is 226-4553. That's 226-4553 or 312-4248. Keep in mind, we'll have a consultant in that office this week. Take advantage of that. And yours truly, Dr. Batson, is going to review for you guys on the 5th and the 6th, which is a Monday and a Tuesday. God bless, guys. Remember, as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. God bless, and do enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Yes, sir.
Don't forget, tonight at 8 o'clock, we have a question and answers with one of our senior consultants who's going to rock the house with Dr. Batson. And don't miss it.
Definitely, guys. So don't miss it. We have Mr. Paul Green, who's going to be joining me this evening. Very qualified consultant, very thorough. He has helped a number of persons get a very, very good results. And he, of course, is going to be joining me tonight, right? Again, as I said, I had to get my workout in this morning. So I got my workout and I still came and gave you guys your program, right? God bless. And we'll see you guys later this evening with Sarah Bethel McIntosh, Jim Weddock. Yes, my dear. Take care. Be safe. God bless.